Good morning and welcome to the Saturday special of my live comments. The coming in of robots raises a question which is tormenting most of the people. Are robots going to steal jobs? Is this an emerging reality? Or is it an unfounded fear? Before panic spreads, and we begin imagining scenarios where jobs are finished, pink slips are handed over en masse. Isn't it important to let's focus on the facts? Facts are boring, let's not deny that. But one thing is sure, threat to the job is enough to rile up anger and anxiety. But can we really forget history? If you remember, it was 2 centuries back. A group of people were so angered, enraged, that they lost all their cool. And they were angry because the use of the machinery in the textile industry was really the cause. And they said that they will not tolerate. So what they did? They started destroying the textile machinery. These were the people whom we call Luddites. And what happened? The British government made breaking a machine a capital offense. You could be hanged for breaking a machine. If we consider the upheaval at that time, it was the beginning of the Industrial Revolution 1. And workers were naturally worried about increasing unemployment because of the machines. But amazing, the people who broke the machine were finding the machines themselves. They confined their attack to those manufacturers who used the machinery in what they call a deceitful manner to get around standard labor practices. So the annoyance was not with the machines. The cause of the anger was not machines, but the use of the manner. The question is, man versus machine is something that many have struggled. Mahatma Gandhi was fighting for the British, against the British for the freedom of India. And yet, he was responsible for burning machine-made clothes from Lancashire and encouraged people to adopt khadi. He was sure that the achievement of the machines would be over one day, and the handicrafts would remain, and exploitation would stop. Little did he remember that the exploitation is more in the unorganized sector that khadi is. So, why are we worried? If we look at the rise of the machines, I was reading a very interesting book, The Second Machine Age. It's by Andrew McAfee. And it shows how the new technological revolution is going to be as transformative as the first revolution was, the second was, the third was. I myself would say I'm techno-optimist. There's no doubt of people publishing articles how humanity is on the way out and we are going to be replaced by robotic overlords. Despite the fact that the impact of machine has been felt severely in various factors, common sense, and a look at the history tells us that machines can never replace human beings. It's just that in the certain number of jobs, the nature of jobs that are repetitive, dangerous, and even unnecessary in this age may be given to the machines. We continue to employ human beings in these fields mainly because we have traditionally done so. And Also because the doing so is comparatively cheaper. The addition of the augmented intelligence, as I call artificial intelligence, can be seen and should be seen as an opportunity to upscale human capability, human skills, so that they become more productive or more creative. If they do not work on the machines, they are being more creative. Ultimately, it is people like you and me who are going to be the driving forces that can be directing the economy. It's the human beings who consume and we create. Robots do not consume. They do not do so at present, and they would not do so in future. There's a lot of hype. Artificial intelligence isn't going to take over the world anytime soon. Even if all the jobs are done, it will be the human mind controlling them. If you know anybody who has any kind of practice in that field, you know that AI has a lot of potential, but not to replace humanity. The taste of the pudding lies in eating. There are still many key areas that have been advanced with the help of robots and machines, but they are still struggling with a skills shortage. So we will be needing more employees, not fewer. Interestingly, I saw a report published by Deloitte Consulting and Manufacturing Institute, and they say that in USA alone, 3.5 million jobs would be created because of the coming in of artificial intelligence. More jobs which are not even imagined at present, and the number is 3.5 million, and out of that, in the next 10 years, more than 2 million jobs will remain fulfilled. So you will have a job gap at the end of 25 in USA alone of 2 million jobs. US companies will have facing, as I said, 2 million jobs, and the American Welding Society contends that by 2020, just 3 years from today, or 2 years from today, 300,000 welders would be required and welding instructors would be required. So it's not the jobs are being reduced, it's the nature of jobs being changed from A to B. As when the plowing machines, the plows were replaced by the harvesters and the combined harvester, farmers did not go out to the field. They expanded their activities. And the jobs created for maintenance and repair of harvesters was more than the jobs displaced by their use. So this report of Deloitte and also the National Association of Manufacturers of US, it clearly shows that the theory of the robot stealing jobs is misplaced. There are so many jobs that will be left unfulfilled, both by man and machine. And it's a human problem. Much of the society believes that the best way of rewarding a prestigious college job is a college degree, a PhD, a job in finance, marketing, law. But then they might be replacing in the jobs of bookkeeping. But then the whole job system, whole market of retail, trade, construction, manufacturing is there, and that faces serious perception challenge. You see, we have got to change the image. And the image is that we have got to shift from the blue-collar jobs. And then this fear of losing jobs would not be there. Blue-collar jobs might be lost, but the workers' jobs would be there. Blue-collar jobs will increase more, and ultimately only the white-collar jobs would be lost. So, as a matter of fact, it's not the robots or the machines that are going to cause the problem. Problem would be by the human inability to fill the roles due to the perception, lack of proper training, and lack of information. Then, you don't forget, the life is going to change rapidly. Aging world. We are aging rapidly, graying out. And can you believe it, this problem of the seniors, population aging as I call it, because seniors means something is better. All so-called seniors are not really seniors. So I'll call them population aging, is unprecedented. According to United Nations, in 1950, these older people were 8% of the population. In 2000, they were 10%. And 2050, they'll be 21%. So the increasing population is a proof of the shortage of workers. When the increasing population is old enough, they don't work. They are a burden. So again, it's not the case of robots stealing the jobs. They are merely fulfilling the gaps left by the humans. In countries where the decline has been very dramatic, like Japan, robots are taking up jobs like customer support. There is a hotel in Nagasaki, Hanana Hotel. It is the first hotel fully staffed by robots, in cloak room, in luggage room, and all the waiters. Basically, Han means to change. So they are bringing a change. And they are striving for extraordinary connection and comfort of the lives beyond the ordinary lives. As a matter of the reality is that the artificial intelligence and robots will create more jobs than destroy. Again, look at the history. The invention of the industrial era led to the decline of blacksmiths. But what happened? Blacksmiths were replaced by the steel mill workers. Similarly, artificial intelligence has the capability to create more opportunities. I was listening to CNBC and I saw that this year, $2 billion in USA. In US alone was spent on advertising alone. So, you need more advertising professionals, you need more graphic artists, you need more visualizers, you need more copywriters, you need more media planners. 2 billion jobs. $2 billion have been spent on advertising alone. And if you look at the technological analysis by the year 2020, AI would have created 2.3 million jobs. Imagine it. In the next 3 years, if we adopt all the advances of AI, we would have created 2.3 million jobs extra. Now, it is actually people look at the dark side. Why do we confuse a progress with loss of job? As a matter of combination of an artificial intelligence and brain, both complement each other. They don't contradict each other. AI doesn't supplant and replace human intelligence. The job losses would be around 1.8 million. I don't deny it. And they'll be mainly in the mid and low level. But the creation of 2 million means a net 2.3 million means a net benefit of 1 million jobs. But what would really happen is 1 in 5 workers, that's 20%, will depend on non-routine jobs that would depend on robots. 87% Americans are supporters of the policy that AI should come. Now, what happens is it's our mindsets, like the Luddites who destroyed the machinery, the textile machinery, our inner minds, our consciences are prone to the risk We are all guilty of being Luddite at some level. And the age of robotics has simply fed and nourished this instinct of fear. Let's not forget, fear is the black godmother of all damnable things. The reality now is, robots are not after our jobs. They are not going to displace us. More likely, there'll be more jobs than there are today. Without this technology, we will not be able to take care of the aged people, provide essential services that are able to fulfill even the mundane roles which are being played by the human beings. The resulting job loss would be mitigated by people with the new skills. The new roles would be created for the human beings. Essentially, the problem is not of robots, but of the fear. And it would be solved by the men and women of flesh and blood. Let's not treat artificial intelligence, augmented intelligence, and robots. They are just convenient bogeymen for the scaremongers. Get over that scare and welcome robots. Let them assist you, help you, take over your back-breaking, tiring jobs. You would be happier. Thank you.